is to train servant leaders that will go out far and wide. And we'd like to thank all of you for your support, directly or indirectly. We would not be able to do what we do if you were not on our side. So every morning that we wake up, in our minds we are trying to say, what are we going to do to impact lives? And we were just talking around our table that over the years, the people that you have trained, the people that you have spoken into their lives, move you so much, especially at the graduation time. I've been on several graduations, and just to see students, the people that I spoke or taught, just walk up the podium and graduate, that is very, very heart-moving. But much more to see them in action, to serve the Lord as He places them in different parts of this terrestrial world. So I'm going to just give you an overview. If you notice here, I'm sure you can tell who this gentleman is. The gentleman in the corner, I don't know if you can, it's too small. You can tell? You're able to tell. That's Brother Hector as he is teaching. I don't think he knows that I took that picture. But one of the things that I do is just to visit the classes, and while I'm there, I'm doing a lot of things. One of them is getting pictures.
Brother Hector looks better when the picture's small.
That's of course these other things. Okay, this is just some pictures about the Higher Education Authority. That's actually one of the high things that I'm going to talk about. In the past year, we have had interactions with what is known as the Higher Education Authority. Now, the Higher Education Authority is a regulatory body regulating all higher institutions of learning in this country. And we've had several interactions, and one of them is this recent one. I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had them come visit our university. So what you see here is basically a visit to our university. It's an honor when you have people like this, especially if they are favorably disposed towards you. You know, as you're talking, you can tell whether somebody is happy with you or they're just tolerating you. But in this case, we were seeing they were very, very supportive. So you see, we're having a meeting there, and then they're visiting at the library. Now, what are the things that I would like to highlight? First of all, I've talked about accreditation. I think Phil did mention, for a while, CABU or CABC had been attempting to get accreditation. Since 2015, the Higher Education Authority was established, and as an act of parliament, we said every higher learning institution, university, and probably college needed to be accredited, not only registered, but their programs accredited as well. So we had that. We began working on it last year, and thankfully, by the end of last year, that was done. Okay, so we got our accreditation, and we are grateful to God for this. So beginning January, and in fact, we didn't know that we had. I think we were finding out something and say, hey, we haven't got feedback. As far as we know, you're a university. and there it was. So accreditation is a big thing. The other thing that we would like us to notice is that our team has grown. Okay, it's grown in different ways, both in terms of numbers, but also in terms of the depth, the caliber of people that we're having. Our goal is to have the best talent in the world. Okay, so that if people talk about a university to go to, we should be the university of choice. And we have even told the HA, I think they kept saying, hey, you want to be number one? And say, yeah, we mean business. Okay, so our team has grown. We've had at least 2 key people that have joined us. There could be others. We have Mike Christ, who joined us January. we were very, very grateful that he was willing to come. And our brother who took time to discern his call to this place. I heard about him when I arrived. They kept talking about this Ken Banda. So I was wondering, whoever that Ken Banda is, he must be very hard to get.
Outside the will of God. Outside the will of God.
And we prayed, and the Lord brought him to our team. So we're grateful, and this on the faculty side, there's still other people. Okay, so that's what we have. But before I go further, let me just say that part of the team growth and success is that we need to have faculty, and perhaps even staff, who have the right credentials, the right abilities, and the right skills. So HEA and others insist that we have the right people. So we, as part of our growth, I think Theo mentioned many of our staff are studying now to upgrade from, if they have a degree, go to a master's degree. And we also have people who are doing doctoral studies. And at this point, I will perhaps just pause. We have one person, at least we have two people who are doing doctoral studies, but one of them has completed, and that's one of the things we're going to be grateful to God for. And you know, it takes a long time and a lot of hard work to get where they are able to finish. Now, Brother Tim is the person in question. And we are very, very grateful to God that our brother has been able to complete. I think we'll just give him a hand. It was just good. When I just arrived, when I joined the team, team as in tea. I heard in the neighborhood there was a team, okay? And he was doing some studies. And I got interested because he was doing something to do with research. So those are areas that take my interest. And we began discussing with Ben and myself and several others. And it's just a joyous occasion to witness this success. So at this time, I'm just closing here. I would like to ask my brother Tim just to come up. Just come. Now, in appreciation and honor, and let's say we are grateful for what you have achieved, we have a small token and a gift for you. I know you didn't know about it, but this is a very special gift from CABU. And one of the things that you have inside is a pen with your name engraved on it. Dr. Tim, congratulations. Wow. Okay. So, that's Brother Tim. But the second person I didn't mention, I know he was hoping I wouldn't mention, is Chopo Mwanza. Okay, all things being equal. All things being equal. Okay, in March next year, he should be done with his studies. So let's keep praying for him that he may finish. But so far, so good. Let's clap for him. So we're watching. Now, this is important to have. One of the things that we were asked is, you are trying to run a seminary and many other things. Do you have people with the right credentials? And they observed that we had very few. Then we said, no, we have 2 more coming. And one is defending next week. And they said, oh, you guys are too serious. I said, we mean business. We want to be number 1 in the world. Okay? So, thank you very much. So, I think that's what I meant by program completion. That's our brother Tim there. Then capacity building, I've already talked about faculty training. Most of them a master's degree. Now, for your own information, we are moving towards developing a degree in education. Okay, so for us to have that, we need people with masters and above. So that's part of the plans that we have in future days. Then we have more classes as a result of what Phil talked about. Classroom space, we can handle more people and we can do a lot more. Our student enrollment stands at, as of now, the earliest, the latest information is about between 133 and 135. That's probably the highest we've had. And these 135 are total students who are full-time. 135. And we are growing at a very fast pace. Okay. I'm sure you can tell. Jim, do you have an idea of who this is? Okay, so that's Jamie and some students. So you can see there's some activities that are going on there. Some of the challenges that we have faced and plans that we have, just an overview. COVID-19 was a major one. I think it really affected real big. But thankfully we were able to continue without any disruptions per se. We had some troubles, but we pulled through. We are grateful to God. Next year, Dr. Mike Christ is working on something. We hope to introduce a Master of Arts degree in Christian ministry. Okay, so we have already done the paperwork, submitted to the higher authority, and we're just waiting that they come and visit us. So we're likely going to have a visit soon, and once it's accredited, come January, we hope that we will progress. So we'll encourage as many as are able to take interest in this and sign up. Then the last visit from HA was university classification. The country is moving to a stage where they kind of want to have some kind of ranking, although they are not calling it ranking. They want to classify universities, what they can teach, at the level at which they can teach or not. And we are hoping that from the last visit they gave us, we'll be able to teach the master's degree. Then we also want deeper connections. As we're teaching, we make sure that it's not just head work, but it should touch the hearts. And that's why we need pastors and those that are directly connected to the local church to be among our teachers. I don't know if you have noticed that we have a lot more pastors around here. The reason is that these men actually day-to-day interface. And so when they're speaking in the classroom, they'll speak from a point of knowledge. And in that way impact into people's lives. So we are praying that we would have those stronger. Then we hope that we can have new team members in 2020. Those will be announced, but please pray with us as we work on those. Okay, moving on. All right. Moving on.
What's Jamie doing?
Huh?
Jamie, what is he doing?
He's moving on. So we have our student, a graduate, he's in Sudan, and then obviously Jamie. I don't know if you saw me when I was getting the picture. I was somewhere. I was a bit misbehaving, but all right. So Jamie and his family, I think some details will come through, but as faculty, we are going to miss his service among us, especially the missions, and we are very grateful for the work that you have done among us, and we pray. So I think that's what we have for academics, and we ask that you pray with us as we move. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now if you are here and your spouse works